In 3 years, China detained at least 1 million Uyghur Muslims in so-called re-education camps. Getting inside these camps is only possible if you're a guest of the government. And most of what we know of China's brutal tactics has come from survivors or leaks. Reporting on the streets of Xinjiang means evading the strictest surveillance state ever built. I travelled there with a colleague last year, posing as tourists and filming with hidden cameras.
Yeah.
We saw Uyghur children being indoctrinated with Chinese state propaganda and Uyghur men being led away in the middle of the night. It was chilling. China's chokehold means that some of the best information we get still comes from 6,000 miles away, in Washington, D.C.
Why?
Bu nima qaysi saqchixona bu atishniki? Bu nimachilar?
Sizga aramdan bo'lgan babchi.
Nimachi qo'qsa?
Qo'rqmadim, gap tillatmasa aramdan bo'lganchilar bo'ladi.
Shundaymi? Qayerda atishni qayerda Xitoyning yana apani solab beramsan-da yana?
Shorat Hosha covers the persecution of his own people as a reporter at Radio Free Asia. The Chinese government knows him well.
Hozir bu ovoz o'zgartirgan sistem bilan telefon qilaman. Hozir men chirog'ning yonmagan vaqtda mening ovozimning o'zgarib chiqqan vaqti. Shunga men ovozimni o'zgartib turib so'zlashim.
Today, like every day, Shorat is on a fishing expedition. Because he says his phone calls have been blocked and China has been using voice recognition to cut off his calls, his daily attempts to reach police stations and government offices take on a strange vibe.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, Nico.
Qanday ahvolingiz yaxshimi?
Yaxshi.
Biz mana Ag'uniki kanit sekretarining telefonini almashdik. Shu telefonni gapira olamsiz. Biz bu nima bilan ko'rishmoqchi. Shu munosabatlik. Men lagerlarni naslatib berishlar bilan. Gapira olamsiz.
Doesn't seem like you're getting many friendly responses, does it? You're not a popular man, I'll tell you that.
Buni ham hozir men tabiiy oilalardan bevosita ahvol egallamayman. Ahvol egallasam ular xatar yetadi. Shuning uchun saqchilarga telefon qilaman. Chunki saqchilar bu vazifani ijro qilyapti. Saqchilar bu hukumat turib ijro qilyapti. Shuning uchun ularga nisbatan xatar eng oz deb o'ylayman. Bu yerda ham bildirib qo'ygan narsa, bizniki 90%, bizning 90% manbarimiz saqchixonalar bo'ldi. Chunki saqchixonalar hozir 24 soat vazifada turdi.
How many phone calls are you generally making every day?
100dan 150 qadar telefon qilaman. Bunun için 5-10 telefonni olaman. Ba'zida so'zlaydigan chiqadi, ba'zida hech so'zlamaydigan chiqadi.
God, it must be getting harder and harder to get any information for you.
Of course. Day by day, month to month, year by year, worse.
Shorat's been doing this work for 13 years as part of the only Uyghur language news team operating outside of Communist Party control. Funded by the US government, Radio Free Asia's Uyghur service is unsurprisingly blocked in China. But it's vital to the diaspora and to anyone trying to get information out.
Hoş geldinler. Daha olsa şöhret bugün.
Aksu Avat Naisi'deki terbiyeleş merkezinden şey tutup durulan Allah bilen tuzluken mahbiyetlik geçişi. Vakti bak. Vakti ismini buyurun. Mal yolluğa adı özden bexaterlik noktasından vaktini noktasından.
They usually receive several tips in a month, in the form of legal documents, papers relating to particular camps, or images from Uyghurs still living in Xinjiang. These scraps might be hard to get, but they're only the beginning of the reporting process. Who is it that's sending in these tips?
So that's the question. We don't know.
We
don't know. We don't have to know, and we don't know.
If you receive a document or a tip, we don't just report until we can verify the veracity of the tip. Then we say this has happened.
The team isn't just wary of disinformation, they also worry they're being watched. Several reporters have had hacking attempts on their phones and computers. But what's far worse is what many fear the government is doing back in Xinjiang. targeting their loved ones in response to their work here.
How many of you guys are currently missing family members?
All of us here.
I don't know anything about my family members.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
And you?
I got 4 sisters. I don't know where they are right now. And when I call them, their phone doesn't ring. So I'm sure that 3 of my sisters are also might have been taken away, but I couldn't confirm because nobody told me that they're taken away or not.
24 of my family members detained to the re-education camp, so-called, including my own brother.
One way the Chinese government detained the loved ones of pretty much everybody's, and is to not to just to threaten hold them hostage, threaten them there. It's just to put pressure upon all of us here to stop what we do.
I can't imagine how it would feel if I knew that, or if I thought that the reporting that I was doing was causing the suffering of my own family. Is it tempting to stop doing this work?
The agony, the pain is there. It's there. You hesitate all the time. What should you do? Because we know that if you don't speak up, the millions of people who are in the same situation as us, their voices would be silenced. So we are the only people who would speak up for them. As a man, it's very tough to shed tears. And there's no days in the evenings. I think of my brothers. You cry. When I look at my son, I see my youngest brother again. I know millions of Uyghurs are crying at this moment. We live with this pain, this agony, but we cannot stop. They should know this message. They can make Uyghur people cry, but they cannot stop us. This is the message.